Hi, my name is Drew Harper. I'm with Planet Nissan here in Centennial, Las Vegas, and today I'm going to show you how to set up Apple CarPlay on your Nissan. So the first thing to find out is if your vehicle is compatible with Apple CarPlay. In the Nissan lineup, it didn't really start until about 2018, 2019, when it started becoming more standard on these vehicles. I have a list here of all the compatible vehicles according to Apple's website. This vehicle right here is a 2026 Nissan Rogue Rock Creek. And this one uses a wired connection. So you're gonna have some newer vehicles that also can use wireless connections. Now, if it is a wireless compatible vehicle, it can also do wired. So it'll be the same procedure for one of those vehicles if you choose the wired method. You're gonna have two different types of USB ports, one or the other. It could be and or. On this particular vehicle, you have two Type-C ports. And this contrasts with this Type A port that was the previous USB standard before this. So you may have a Type A, so double check which connection is going to work for you. This is an iPhone 12. This one uses a Lightning connection for the phone itself. It may also use a Type-C if it's an iPhone 15 or newer. So be aware of which one that you're putting into your phone. So I have a Type-C to Type Lightning cord here. We're simply going to plug in the Type-C into the vehicle. And we're also going to take the other end and plug it right into the phone. So on this one, you don't have to necessarily pair the Bluetooth first unless you want to. You could always do that. But this one, we're just going to plug it right in. And what's going to happen is it's going to charge a little bit. It's going to start charging. And then the Apple CarPlay just pops right up. And you press there may be a screen before this where it says, would you like to connect to Apple CarPlay? Say yes or no. You simply press yes, and it will come back. And then your interface will come here. So we have your, it's almost like, it's not exact mirroring of your phone, but it's rather a representation of what your phone has. And there's certain apps that are compatible with Apple CarPlay. But it's nice to have you can change all this stuff with the settings on your iPhone. I use the owner's manual to go through that because every phone is a little different when it comes to iOS's. And this particular one though, you got your Apple Maps right here on the side border. This one also has a Spotify and your phone. It's automatically connected to your phone calls too. So you don't have to necessarily even Bluetooth after this. It automatically connects to your calls. It automatically will direct any audio through the system. It's all automatic with the wire. It's very fast, very effective. And it can be less of a pain than trying to Bluetooth it and try to discover and do all these things. But on this guy though, you have the maps. You can also use the speech to text function here on the steering wheel. It's a little picture of the guy with the sound coming out of his mouth. If you press and hold that, it activates Siri. Hey Siri, where's the closest Nissan dealership? And look at that.
I found one option.
Planet Nissan.
Planet Nissan
right
on North
We're already here.
Central
So
Boulevard in Las Vegas.
excellent. Works really
Less
well.
than a half mile
And
from
integrates with the
East
car
End,
very well, and you're really
2.5
going to enjoy it.
stars on Yelp.
And
Is
I'm
that the
going
one you're
to show you
looking for?
next. I'm going to show you how to do a wireless connection for your Apple CarPlay. We are now inside of a 2025 Nissan Kicks SR. This has the newest user interface format that Nissan uses. You're going to find this on a lot of the it started with the Aria in 2023, and the certain models above that have this interface. This one uses wireless CarPlay, so you don't have to use the wire to connect. So what you have to do though is you have to connect to your Bluetooth first. So what you're going to do is you're going to do your home screen. You're going to see a middle button here, this little middle area. You can see Add New for Device. So press Add New. This is going to make it so that it's discoverable by your phone's Bluetooth system. So we're going to go ahead and turn on our Bluetooth on our phone. We're going to go all the way down. And as you can see here, it says My Kicks, which matches the screen here. You're going to select that. Now it's going to go through the pairing process. Make sure these numbers add up and will match up. You're going to press Pair, Contact your syncs, or sync your contacts. And now it gives you an option to connect to CarPlay. And you're going to go ahead and press yes on the screen, and you're going to press connect on your phone. What that's going to do, it's going to tell the phone to transmit the CarPlay signal to the car. And here, very shortly, you're going to see everything that we saw before. There's a little music going. Cool, cool. And there's my interface here for my Apple CarPlay. I have my maps all set up here. You can still do the same thing and add Siri like we showed you on the wired CarPlay. And it's good to go.
You're going.
And of course, and if you're having any trouble connecting Apple CarPlay, there's a few things you want to check. With the wired, you want to make sure you're using a USB certified USB cable that isn't frayed or damaged. You want to make sure it has a solid connection that's charging and interfacing with the Nissan vehicle. Other thing too is you want to make sure you're on the newest iOS for your iPhone. Sometimes if you're out of date, sometimes it can have trouble connecting. If you have any trouble beyond that, there are a lot of forums on Apple's website, on apple.com you can check out. There are a lot of different discussions. There's a lot of different updates over the years that cause different things when it comes to connectivity issues. And you also want to make sure too that possibly if you're having issues connecting, you may want to check the firmware on the Nissan to make sure that it's up to date as well. So you can also have multiple phones on one vehicle as well. So in this case of a rental car, if you're renting a Nissan, you may have other phones on there that are causing a mess up with the priority. Try to delete all those old phones that aren't recognizable to you and start fresh. Worst case scenario, you can also do a factory reset on the actual infotainment system itself. And it'll clear everything out and put it back to where factory settings were originally. My name is Drew. I'm with Planet Nissan here in Centennial, Las Vegas. Thank you for choosing Nissan and Apple CarPlay, and I hope this video is informative. And make sure to like, subscribe, and